welcome back to my channel. It's all about English by Aastha. So first question, two stock character in the pot of gold. So let me use a sensor. So this is Marcus Plautus was arguably the most successful Roman comic dramatist of his age. His popularity lies on creating stock character. So if you have to start an answer, you could start your answer by writing what is a stock character. So stock character क्या होता है? According to M.H. Abraham, stock characters are type of person that occurs repeatedly in a particular literary gene. So so what happened that कि star character वैसा एक character होता है जो means जिसके इर्द गिर्द we have the play written. So in this, the rich miser has been a staple stock figure in ancient Greek comedy. The pot of gold deals with an old man, Iclio, who is extremely avaricious. Avaricious means conjuice, and also excessively close-fisted. Again, this means conjuice and stingy. Needless to say that the idea of stock character is beautifully portrayed by Plautus through this character. Plautus expresses the materialistic bent of contemporary Roman society in the figure of Iclio. Again, from his character, we tend to get to know means what happened कि वो Plautus show करते हैं उस समय Roman mentality को how they type of answer I'm sure that you will fetch good marks. So over here I've used some direct extracts from the play so to enhance the writing skill. So here I will be marking it up. See, so when he suspects Megadorus of having secretly designed upon his pot of gold when he deals, when Megadorus comes to have a conversation with him, and we know why he wished to have a conversation with Iclio, because he wants to marry Phaedria. But here Iclio suspects him for no reason and says that it is not without cause. So it's an important line, and so therefore I'm marking it up. When a rich man addresses thus the poor, he knows I have gold, and hence his kindly word. So it's a very important line. So important line. And now we'll do about Megadorus. Megadorus was also a main character. So it is important to note that Megadorus is practical. He is against the dowry system. Again, when Inomia, who is Inomia? Inomia is Megadorus' sister, says that she can find her brother a middle-aged woman, middle-aged wife who would bring him rich dowry. Megadorus says that he do not want to marry a middle-aged woman, and according to him, if he marries a middle-aged woman and happens to produce a child, the child would have to grow up without the care of any parent. We tend to laugh at him. So when जब वो सबसे बात कर रहा था अपनी बहन से तो because he is a stock character वो एक sense of laughter play में लाता है ना कि serious. He does not wants to marry rich women because they would drag their husband. So what reason he gave? They would drag their husband to the road and make them slaves. Again, we are surprised to know his fascination for Phaedria, rather lust for Phaedria. So he has an attraction towards the neighbor girl Phaedria, Iclio's daughter. But apart from this, Megadorus is a realistic man. So these are some characters of Megadorus. He's a realistic man. He's a practical man because he gives very sound advice to Lycodenes. Who is he? Lycodenes. Uncle is Megadorus, who by acting upon it achieves his purpose, which was to marry Cleo's daughter Phaedria. Last but not least, Plautus draws a conventional parallel line between Megadorus' search for a young wife and Iclio's thirst for gold by exposing them as equally avaricious and obsessive. So at last, they both were found to be obsessive and avaricious. So the two stock characters in this were Megadorus and Iclio. So Iclio and Megadorus. So here I have finished the answer with some good conclusion, which is a quote. So I'm using a different color highlighter, dark. To quote Eric Seger. So a quote given by Eric Seger. Yes. So this is the quote given by Eric Seger. The most dilemma present in the bulletin comedy that of a young man aiming at Eggins in love and insolvent and turning to his clever save for salutation. So let's turn to the next question, which is discuss Plautus' use of. It's important. It's an important question. I will be marking it. It can come in your exam. A dramatic irony and humor in the pot of play. We all know we all know that Plautus, the pot of gold, is a comedy, and the comedy in the play mainly arises from the dramatic irony of this action. So, who is the Iclio is the main source of comedy in the play. So you know that how Iclio is the main source of comedy in the play. So it is because of his avaricious and miserlessness that we watch him from a distance. It's important line. We watch him from a distance and laugh at him. After having come into possession of a pot of gold, he became possessed with it and constantly thinking about its safety. Needless to think, things provides a major source of laughter to us. So जब उसको pot of gold मिल जाता है तो उसके बाद से वो इतना डर जाता है he constantly think about the pot of gold और उसका safety के बारे में सोचते रहता है. So how he hides creates a humor in the story. So see, you can write this, you can read it by yourself. But see, here I have used some important line which if you will use, it will boost your answer. So when he says to Staphyla, which provide us a ground to laugh at him. No one can enter Icleo's home. So this is an important. No one to enter Icleo's home while I am away. These are my order. And if good fortune comes, please say I am not at home. So it's very important. If you write this, it will enhance your answers. And Icleo's avaricious and miserly invest once again. So you know that when Megadorus proposes him says directly to him that he is against dowry system and he will not be giving anything a penny to his daughter wedding, as he says the price of the essential commodities are very high, so he has returned from the market empty-handed. This shows the mere stupidity in the Icleo's character. The play is replete with instances with comic irony. So ये प्ले इसमें लिखा हुआ है कि तो प्ले भरा पड़ा है ऐसे इंस्टेंसों से जो हमें कॉमिक टेंस the conversation between Iclio and Lycodenes. So who is Lycodenes? You know, he's the son of Megadorus' sister. So here it's also an important line. It's an important line when Lycodenes meet Iclio, who laments the loss of for the loss of his gold. Lycodenes misunderstood and assumes that Iclio is concerned about his daughter Phaedria. Thus, the play, which had begun with the use of irony, ends also with the use of the same device. Last but not the least, so we know Iclio is a main character. At the center of it, he thinks that everyone, including the servant, the cooks, I written it cooks, but it will be cooks, not cocks. Sorry. Lycodenes, Megadorus, is plotting against him to steal the pot of gold, but ironically he fails to keep it safe, though it is returned to him at the end, only to make him realize the real fact of life. But apart from this, we remember him because of his inflated language and use of metaphoric as well as philosophical thoughts. If you like the video, do share, like, and comment. And subscribe to my channel all about English by Aastha. Thank you.